Hello, welcome back to the second episode of RongCast. This episode is titled Starting Off on the Wrong Foot because even though this is only the second episode, we're already messing things up because we forgot the upload last week. So that's fun. As always, RongCast is hosted by Achinti Augustin, Amir Kazimov, and Ryan, and I. So, yeah, you guys can
All right.
say hello.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Chinthia Augustin, co-host of RongCast, and this is episode 2.
Hello, it's Amir.
Hi, it's Ryan. Welcome to episode 2 of RongCast.
Yeah, so as always, we don't know what we're doing. We're doing this just to fulfill a CAS requirement and I don't know, mess around.
Maybe have fun.
Yeah, so what do you guys want to talk about for this episode?
So apparently there's a balloon going around, pop
Oh.
movie. Y'all have any takes on that?
It's a very interesting balloon. Weren't there
Yeah.
how many of them were there? There were 3 of them, right?
Yeah, I heard there's 3.
3 balloons.
Did they pop all of them or just the one?
Balloon tower defense.
I don't know, there's one over North Carolina and shit, so I bet it got pretty interesting images of all the people looking in North Carolina looking straight up into the sky.
Well, wasn't the whole point that it was over the major nuclear warhead bases or just missile bases in general?
I don't know much about it.
Yeah. Alright, so that's pretty interesting RLS right there.
Yeah, real life
alright.
situation, bro. It's like in TOK.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you can't use that though. It's gonna be too basic. I got in trouble for using the Queen's death for RLS.
Yeah. It's just some of these things are just way too popular.
Yeah.
On another popular thing. LeBron James, he beat the NBA scoring record.
Oh yeah.
After
that's pretty cool.
38,000 something points.
Yeah. The record was held for 38 years by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and LeBron James is 38 years old, and he scored 38,000 points, something like that. So it's all connected, bro. It's all connected.
And if he makes 1K each year, then come on. Let's see this man when he turns 80.
1K each year.
That's not how it works at all.
It's the wrong way.
What if it was?
Yeah, he was scoring 1,000 points as a freaking newborn, bro.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. It's his warm up.
I don't know.
He's that good.
He's been balling out of his mother's womb. He's been shooting his shot from day one. I don't know. I didn't even know his name was the Bronzy or his nickname until you told me a few days
It's
ago.
not a nickname, it's just a joke online. You're
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Cool nickname, not gonna lie.
What? It's not even a nickname, it's literally just a joke, bro.
I know, but to have a whole era sort of, I don't know, synonymous with your name, it's kind of cool.
Bronze Age.
Bro.
Oh, that reminds me of 8-year-old history. Back with Mr. Kirk Tovey. He always bring a motorcycle helmet to class. I thought that was kind of cool to some extent.
Because he was driving his motorcycle.
I know.
Yeah. And then he'd always be on his phone about talking house deals and stuff.
Yeah, because he tried to get away from St. Louis County as fast as possible.
As fast as he could. He wanted to go back to China.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I want to find more episodes of his podcast. It's our inspiration for this.
No, it's not.
He had
it's
one
not an
podcast,
inspiration at all. What do you mean?
Not
Our role
Not in the
model.
slightest. His one episode.
He had one episode.
His one episode,
yeah. Us recording this episode is more content than he ever made.
We've done double than he's ever done. Yeah.
More success.
Absolutely. Suffering from success. Yeah.
Did you guys hear about Bad Bunny and you know how I think it was in the Grammys and obviously he's Spanish, right?
Yeah.
But
right.
And the Grammys are hosted on an English channel, right? but like
Yeah.
he's Spanish, so he spoke Spanish, but the subtitles just said speaking non-English, which I mean for like an artist, he's like the biggest artist right now,
Yeah, like
and I
globally.
just thought it was globally like the biggest artist, and like
He is.
for him like to not get a voice, it's just weird.
That's true.
Now this might be because I've like never watched the Grammys in my life, but I have no idea who that is.
Oh, Bad Bunny,
Yeah, me
like,
neither.
He's one of the biggest like Latin American like pop stars like as of recently.
yeah.
His like recent album like Un Verano Sin Ti, and it's like really high subbing and stuff. Like you know those TikToks where it's like it show like people like making like food and then like it just shows like some like people kissing out of nowhere and then just goes back to making food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was on YouTube
Bad Bunny,
Shorts.
yeah, Bad
Yeah,
Bunny is
that's
the guy that
his.
made that song. The song that's playing in the background.
Oh yeah.
That's what he'll forever be known for.
He was also in the Bullet Train movie. He played the wolf.
Oh.
I haven't finished
Okay,
that.
that makes sense.
I started watching it, and then my parents
Wait,
were
that
like,
was him?
So-
That was Bad Bunny. He played the wolf.
Oh, I didn't recognize him with the long hair.
Mm-hmm. He was in the movie for like a solid like 5 minutes, but it was pretty good.
It's pretty
I'm
cool
blown to
though.
bits, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like Bullet Train's a good movie, and but
I thought it was a funny movie. I mean,
yeah, it's a very comedic movie in that sense.
Mhm.
Like the scene where like the hitmen have to open that briefcase, like
Yeah.
it's a stretch, but that's fine.
I only watched the first few minutes, and then my parents were like, "All right, this sucks. This isn't what we thought it was." And then they turned it off, and I was like,
Yeah, my parents also
I'm
turned it
kinda
off. I
like-
watched it by myself on our way to like Alabama.
"Yeah, I liked it, or at least the beginning of it." They thought it was like too gory and stuff.
Yeah,
It was like
my
too.
friends
and
didn't really think it was funny.
Yeah, it wasn't really just like normal like action gore. It was all like a cartoony gore is the thing.
Yeah.
Where
it's
it's like
it's like the Deadpool type gore.
I mean, I liken it to just like Japanese kind of culture in general, or like you cut someone's head off and it's a fountain of blood, like a samurai movie or something. I don't know if y'all have seen that or not, but
Yeah,
it's
I
just
mean,
like
I've,
exaggerated with it. Like Kill Bill, that's the same thing there.
Yeah.
yeah, it's close. Yeah, pretty much ish.
Things are just kind of
I mean,
exaggerated a little. Or
like
like,
the
Mm.
exaggeration kind of plays into the comedy well.
yeah, it
It's
does.
like a silly little movie about not silly, but like
It's kind of
funny
serious.
little yeah.
The
Funny
part
little
between Lemon
movie.
and Tangerine, like when like their deaths or like when flip flopped or whatever.
Oh, they
Yeah.
die? I didn't see that. Oh wait, oh yeah. Where they're like going over like who got that
Yeah.
kill?
So Lemon,
No.
Lemon supposedly dies after getting shot in the chest, but he had a vest on. But Tangerine thought he died, so and then Tangerine died, and then turns out what was it called? Lemon was alive. He just passed out from drinking salt water, but then he ended up dying because he hopped out the train. So
If you watch the end credit scene, it's revealed Levin's actually alive.
maybe really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
He's in the
jumped
river.
into the water. He actually was the one that drove the truck with the tangerines, which is ironic
Yeah, that killed
because
Oh.
Tangerine got to finish off the girl.
Wait, he did. Wait, that wasn't the. I did not watch that far.
No, like it's ironic because Lemon drove a truck of tangerines and he ran over the girl. And
Wait, was that
like
after the
girl,
credit scene?
not really. It was like it's not
Well,
after the credits, but
the car hitting the lady was in the like original like
in the like
movie,
yeah.
but
But
it was revealed that Lemon was the one driving it in the end credit scene.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
yeah, nice little irony.
You could. I bet
What do
you
you
could write a
guys
lit
think
essay on
of?
that.
Yeah.
Right,
What
lit up
do
there.
you guys think of A Doll's House that we finished it now?
No
It's
comment.
interesting. Certain. It feels a lot like a modern play-ish kind of. Like, I wouldn't say that was written like the 1879s, like especially Act 3.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what he talks about, like the timelessness of it. How it was so ahead of its time with its like depiction of women and everything.
Did you guys ever read like the alternative ending?
No.
Oh,
I mean, I listened to it on audiobook.
he told our class that like she just returns, like she comes back after
Yeah.
because she
After
can't.
seeing her children, she like has a change of heart, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
it's
kind of ruins
understandable for that time.
Yeah,
Because
well, they had.
wouldn't want to be the actor playing Nora and leaving.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of, I think we all did, but who do you guys think is the doll?
Oh, okay. We talked about this like 80 times in class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Everyone is the doll,
Like,
according to like.
everyone.
Nora's the obvious choice, and then you have Torvald, the choice which makes a better argument just because it's less expected, not really because it has more sustenance or substance or whatever. But really, every
Yeah.
character you can make an argument that they are a doll of some sort in this work. I don't know. They all have some stereotypical role which they fulfill, and they grow for the most part, except for Torvald, which I
That's
guess
true.
in that sense he's the most like a doll. Man, we doing our orals out here. Let's go. Getting these done
No, I'm gonna
like a
pass
month
that
in
with flying
advance.
colors. Watch.
Absolutely, this podcast is preparation for that.
I mean,
Wait, when did you guys sign up for that?
I did it like halfway through.
March 2nd, I think.
Isn't that like the first? Oh wait, yeah. PJ and I had DECA,
So
so I signed up for like the only spot available was like the last day because everyone else got to choose first.
Yeah, like our class first period, we got first pick and everything.
Yeah. So I got like March 9th, like in the very early morning. So that's great. So on a Thursday morning, right after work on that day. So
Wait, Thursday morning, like 7:50?
you're like, no, like 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
That was the only one available. There was nothing else. I was like,
Oh,
I'm
what do you guys think you're gonna pick for your orals topic?
probably like women's rights and Persepolis and like some other thing.
Yeah, I'm still figuring that out.
It's okay. It's
Well,
not the worst
we've
thing ever, but
got we've got like a month left. This is
Yeah.
the 5th week of school, right? 5th or
End of the
6th?
quarter.
5th.
thought it was 5th.
Yeah, it is 5th. It's kind of crazy how like fast third quarter went by.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely not fun, but it does fly
Well,
regardless.
Time flies when you have 50 assignments, bro.
let's not sugarcoat this.
Yeah,
Time-
but
you
what
know.
okay.
Alright, it's just time passes for no man, or time waits for no man. Without
And the judges did not wait for
gotta-
ethics poll, bro.
Yeah,
was like-
you guys got railed on, didn't you? Like, how'd that go?
Yeah, we got like ranted. We won like the second like round by like
Did we?
a mile.
Did we?
Yeah, we did technically because they didn't have an argument. All they did was just concur with our claims.
But yet,
Like-
apparently, you got graded really harshly, is what you're saying?
Yeah, we got like a 44 and like a 46. And of
Hmm.
course, the team we're playing against gets one of the highest scores in our class. So actually, the
Who
highest.
did you play against?
We played against like Liz, Lalit, and Kyle.
So do you think in that
Oh.
stage it's more of a popularity contest than an actual
No,
competition?
we're not gonna be mad about what we got, okay? Because that's we're not blaming, we're not making any excuses, okay? We got a 44 and that's it. Did we get destroyed? Yeah. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. It does not matter. It's not a popularity contest. We kind of had like a kind of a bad argument overall for the first case because we were really unprepared. We had really nothing going into it. Caden was being Caden, so
I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Wait, what?
like unreliable. He wasn't really being like talking and stuff. And
Yeah, that's true.
I was busy trying not to cough and like die in the back while we were doing it, and then we didn't really have a solid understanding of the cases, so that really limited our entire presentation, or not presentation, but any claims that we wanted to qualify.
Yeah, that's true. Like I remember talking with Robert like right after he thought we did like pretty well, and then we see our scores and they ruined after that. Comp sci test was great after seeing that. I got like a bunch of inspirational quotes from him. He always gives out like these really cheesy inspirational quotes before every test, and like half the kids fail, so it doesn't really help.
That sounds like so demeaning.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know,
kind of
just-
ironic.
Well, I want to ask you something. Now that we're like 3/8 of the way through IB, almost 3/8.
3/8. I mean, yeah, true.
Yeah, almost 3/8. What do you guys think of it? Would you
I
have
would not
joined
recommend it
if you knew?
personally.
Would you
I feel
recommend
like
it to other people?
no, dual enrollment, while it's not as great on your transcript, it does help you get those AP credits a lot easier than this.
And honestly, like GPA just gets through the roof so much easier. But
Yeah, it's true. It's a lot easier to get a higher GPA and get a better rank. But
like
for the
this,
amount of work we're doing, I don't know. Amir, what do you think?
Um, I mean, right now I wouldn't recommend it just because like I really don't remember the last time I went out to have fun.
I mean, you're going to
But
the
like,
toy dance this like Saturday,
yeah, true. But that's
and we
like
had like
a
Peter's
once.
meetup like maybe like 2 weeks ago.
That was not 2 weeks ago.
That
What
was like
was
the
it?
that's like
21st. That was
4. That felt
3 at most.
yeah, 3.
Oh,
It feels like it's so long
wow. Yeah, it feels like a month or over a
ago.
month.
It's nowhere near a month, but like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying though.
yeah.
Well, like right now, I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm sure after I save a ton of money for college, I would recommend it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but the thing is, dual enrollment is better in that sense. You waste less money on like
You're
college
also
courses.
you're also like already in college for dual enrollment. Like you
Yeah,
get to be
technically, you pretty much already you go to the college and actually take
there.
courses there.
So I feel like it sort of prepares you in a different way.
I don't think my sister will do that good in IB because she's alright. It's a
Oh,
little
that's
stressed
so
about
shady.
things. So I
Yeah.
think she'll
Well,
just be like a high AP student or whatever. I don't know about IB.
we do have to like stop and think that, we're IB students and the fact that we've gotten like pretty well, I think a lot of us like have gotten like AB on a roll. I think it's pretty good. And we should just like keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's true. We've actually been doing pretty well. I mean, like we're AB honor roll students in the IB program. It's nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got people like Sawyer and Allen who like completely make you realize that they try way harder than you. So,
Well, I mean, you
what can I
shouldn't
say?
compare yourself to other people.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking straight facts. But like overall, I probably at this stage, yeah, what Amir said, I probably wouldn't recommend it to someone else. Certainly not bad. If we didn't have TOK, then like we'd have a lot less stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
but
probably
like,
got a job at the worst time. So
yeah, it's a lot of factors. I mean, yeah, I don't really know. Like at this point, I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm sure I wouldn't regret it in the future.
But I hear some people say that like junior is the hardest year. Y'all think that's true, or you think next year is gonna be just as bad, if not
I
worse?
think junior year is the hardest for like normal high schoolers. For us, I think it gets
Yeah,
worse.
I think
Well, actually,
junior
we won't have the
year,
extended essay to do and such.
well, we will kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
But
just
like
have like, a different. I don't know. SA that's just not extended.
like a lot of people are going to go into like the early admissions program or whatever of like several colleges. So senior year will be
Mm.
easy for them because they've already pretty much gotten to their college. Like Kaveen, he got into like the early admissions program at UCF. So he's been focusing on extracurriculars now.
Well, I think that junior year is hard just because of like me personally. I don't think that pre-IB really like prepared for IB well.
Yeah, that
Especially
didn't
like
really work.
something like TOK, for example, like a completely brand new class that like you don't even know what it is until you are in IB.
Pretty sure
So
Yeah,
I
like
know what it is.
the only thing similar to that was like adventures in reading about ethics and stuff. Well, actually,
There's
critical
nothing
thinking.
similar to it at all.
I mean,
That's like kind of critical thinking in middle school, but like still that's nowhere close.
TOK is not a
yeah,
bad class. It's an interesting class. It's just the workload is just what ruins it for everyone. Or at least it
Yeah,
ruins it for me.
Yeah.
I think most people would concur with your concursion.
and see, I don't actually really find TOK, even though that interesting. I mean, it's mostly about like how we think is certainly an important part of like humanity, like society and stuff. But like personally, to me, I would rather more focus on like
But
technological advancements or like stuff like that we've done.
oh, what I think is cool is like more the sort of psychology application of it, I guess. Like if you were to take how we think and how we know to be able to, I don't know, talk to people more, get more information out, like just be a more effective speaker.
I mean, that's
If we do we kind do we learn that? I mean, we learned like
we don't really
ethics,
learn about like
and-
speeching, like
yeah,
public speeches and stuff.
but we learned about morality and the different ways it's perceived, and then also I don't know what else.
Yeah, I mean, it's just whether things are good or bad.
Yeah, and how can you determine that?
Hmm.
I mean, like, yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like, I understand why TOK might be important, but at the same time, like, I'm not even planning to go into that like field of studies for like
Aren't you
psychology
taking
or
psych?
well, yeah, I am, but that's like because it's an easy class.
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
true. I
I'm
take comp sci because it's easy.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like, thankfully, Miss Kennedy convinced me not to take physics,
Oh,
so I just
physics is
went
not
for
that.
I wish
Uh,
well,
I wish she would have
no,
convinced me not to take bio.
you see, I was going to do dual science, and I'm glad I didn't.
No,
why were
no.
you gonna do dual science, bro?
Yeah, that is one of
I
the
don't
worst.
know. I was going to do AP Chem and physics, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't.
Yeah, doesn't James do like bio and physics?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I traded that out for comp sci. So comp sci is just it's just really easy as long as you get like the hang of it. I spent like an hour like before this call, like trying to teach Advika how to like create a list in like Java. Some people just don't get it, but like it's fine.
Mm.
And then because gonna
Speaking
You
be
of,
wanna?
listening to this podcast and just like hear that you just called her out, bro.
Oh, I never said anything bad.
No, he just said it's like a
I just
tutor.
spent
Oh,
yeah, it's like I was tutoring her for that. Oh, like when I went to tutoring for like French class, French tutoring, quote
and
unquote,
nobody was there.
then nobody was there, and I was like just sitting there, but like he's gonna walk around. Robert and I were gonna play Jenga, but then we had to leave. So
But before that, I pulled up for like 5 minutes.
yeah, and you had to go to band.
Yeah, and then we were like doing. I was doing like a chess match with you, and I don't think I ever finished it. I think I just like closed it without realizing. So
Oh
I
no,
think I lost.
we ran out of time. Remember, we ran out the
Yeah, we
clock.
did, and then I was like walking back, and like I think I just like shut. I think I just forfeit. I don't know.
Just raged.
Yeah, no. I was just like walking back, and I was like put my phone in my pocket and turn it off like I usually do, and I forgot that I was playing chess.
Playing chess on the side. Reminds you of when like what?
Speaking of
Yeah.
what? Oh, I was gonna say. Speaking of, what do you guys think of tutoring?
Tutoring was kind of boring considering like I didn't have anyone to tutor. Just kind of just sat around on my phone. It's like I got the hour, but like didn't really do much. Wait, Amir, how long were you there after I left?
I was there until 5 fully. I was the last person to
5:40?
leave. No, 5.
Oh,
Well, I got done tutoring at 5, but my mom was a bit late, so I left at like 5:10, 5:20, 5:10, I think.
all right. But like, wait, what were you tutoring? Like algebra or geometry?
Algebra 2. No way I
Oh,
would
that's easy.
tutor geometry and
Why?
like anytime. I don't know geometry.
You don't know you
I
took
didn't.
geometry in 8th grade?
I don't know geometry at
Exactly,
all
8th
either.
grade, 3
Yeah,
years ago.
I completely forgot about it. But then I did Excel support the other day, and like I was looking at their thing, and the teacher just gave me like an answer key to like the test and quiz that the students were doing remediation or just studying for and stuff. And I was looking at it, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember all this. Like it just comes back to you.
Wait,
More or
we
less.
never took the U.S. history exam, the EOC. Well,
We're gonna
Valley Ridge
take it
kids.
soon, I think.
You
Oh
should.
yeah, I never took the geometry. You're supposed to take it like outside, but I never did.
I never took it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Don't you
geometry?
have to take the geometry EOC to like
Yeah,
graduate?
so that's something that we
No.
did.
Yeah.
The thing is, it was optional for us because of COVID.
Yeah.
Did you have to take the U.S. history exam too?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
It says
I
not.
don't
I
think
don't know why I
anybody
never
has.
took it. I really should.
Regardless, you take the EOC for IB because it's a way that St. John's County increases its test score, its average. Like we as juniors, since we're an A push, they make us take the EOC. I think. At least
Really?
that's something that I heard.
That was like the civics literacy exam we took like last year during Gov.
Well, that's different because
But that was a new,
that's a
yeah,
state
that's a new
requirement.
one.
Oh, okay.
Well, geometry, I see. It was surprisingly easier than I thought because I was like preparing really hard and memorizing all the formulas for like area, surface area, volume, and none of that was on there. So I kind of just wasted time uh on studying for that. But yeah, speaking of tutoring, but um, I actually like tutoring, but I like tutoring only when the person understands the subject. Cause
Oh,
like,
then they probably don't need to be tutored then.
well,
No, that
no,
doesn't
they
mean
like
no.
no,
That's not
like the
true at
person
all.
understands what you're saying compared to like after tutoring, I can't imagine being a teacher at all and like having to explain basic things in a way that people can understand. So like, like going like for example, like going into algebra one tutoring, you would think it's easy, right? But
Yeah.
how like I don't know how you would tell a person how to like the power rules, for example. You know how like if you take a power to the power, you just multiply those two exponents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, like you can't
yeah, like
explain
that
that?
type of yeah, like that type of stuff. Like how would you explain it with the person like understanding it and like just going through that? It's kind of frustrating, and I can't imagine being a teacher. So it kind of like made me appreciate teachers more.
That's true. Teachers aren't nearly appreciated enough here.
Yeah.
Our sub was talking about that during physics, about how in Illinois, like teachers get paid a lot more, or whatever, something like that.
Illinois.
Uh-huh. I think so. That's where our sub was from.
That's
Hmm.
a huge concern for a lot of teachers around here, isn't it? Because like so many teachers are leaving St. John's County because they don't get paid enough to live here.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
I mean, the housing conditions have gone up. house pricing, and like the teach pay doesn't follow. And like Mr. Ward, like last year, if you remember, guys, how Mr. Ward said that a lot of teachers, like a lot of his colleagues, are leaving for bankers because like banks are looking for teachers because they know that they do a good job. So that's kind of interesting to me.
Wait, banks? Well,
Yeah, banks.
when did Mr. Ward say that?
I don't, I don't remember. It was like towards the end of the school year. He
I
said
don't remember
that
that.
banks are hiring teachers like more because of just like how well organized teachers are usually.
Huh, that makes sense,
Oh,
I
that's
guess.
true.
Like not really like not just well organized, just like how hardworking they are.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
PJ, yeah. Hello, PJ? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm
Very
here.
cool.
All right.
Oh, okay. um, well, you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Um, yeah. What else is there to talk about?
Wasn't that game that released at the new Zelda? What was it called?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not released yet. It just got its second trailer, the sequel to Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. There's a Nintendo Direct yesterday, so all the recent Nintendo news came out, and that was like the main like final clip that they showed at the end for the presentation. So that was really cool.
Oh yeah.
Um, it's interesting though because it's the first Nintendo game that's gonna retail for $70. So
Wait, was
video
it
game.
not $70 before?
Oh no, because
Like,
video game prices are usually around 60, but as of recently, like
60.
we have more like higher end games have been like retailing for 70. Um, like some of the Call of Duty games, and then I don't think God of War, but regardless, like there's a rising trend of like games that are like now being priced at $70 rather than 60, and this is the first Nintendo game, like first party game to be $70. So
I hate that. Like, I hate how they just increase the price. I understand, like, inflation, cost of living, cost of everything while making the game, but it really sucks for a lot of people involved. How,
yeah, well there's like
uh,
there should be like people were able to find like potential reasons for why it's $70. Like it does have the largest file like game size of any first party Nintendo Switch game. So especially it has like around 18 gigabytes, which is not a lot for a video game, but for anything that's running on a Nintendo console, especially the Switch, that's a lot. The original Breath of the Wild game was 14 gigabytes, so since this is 18, it's like a significant increase, and that might make put changes onto the way that the cartridges are created, so they can have a greater capacity for storage. So that might be like the reason why the cost is like an extra $10. And also they know that the consumers are gonna buy regardless, so they can make extra money on it. It's like just why not try it?
yeah.
I hate that.
all right.
I hate that type of like game pricing. Like
Mhm.
especially recently with something like what was that game? I don't know, just like a lot of games. I guess a lot of game creators have seen the trend of like people would just buy games regardless of how they look just because of the title and like how little effort they put into the games and just like um put them up at a high price
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
been kind of a trend recently.
This is a little bit different than that, but I remember hearing some interview with, like, I think it was Miyazaki, about how Nintendo things, they say that they will never lower the price below like 60, like, except for extremely rare occasions or something. Those games will always be priced at 60, and that's so they avoid people not buying the games for years and waiting till it goes on sale and then getting it. So it's supposed to enhance our experience or something. But I call Like that is such utter garbage. That is a lie and a half. It's all just business and marketing and just getting the most amount of money out of it. I cannot think of any other way why they wouldn't like lower the price ever. I don't. That just seems like such a cop-out answer.
Well, you have to.
Yeah,
Nintendo is a first they are the first party developer of those games that like never go on sale, and those games are exclusive to the Switch, so they want to retain that like sale. I mean, occasionally Switch games will go on sale. It depends on like the season, like holiday season or anniversaries. And even if you just go through like local retailers, they will sell it at a discounted price, even though they lose money on it. Like if you go through like Best Buy, Target, Amazon, you can occasionally get the games off for like $20 off, which is like a significant amount. So it's Nintendo, the company's never changing the price, like the base price, but like you're never gonna. It's easy to find those games, like at least like on discount. But that doesn't give them. But that is like it still doesn't. It's still like no one likes the fact that they're never lowering the prices, especially the fact that like they the games that they never lower the prices on and they sell for $60 are like remasters of like Wii U games that like originally when they retailed were like $50 or $40. So no one likes their decisions, but there's really nothing you can do about it. It's Nintendo, and that's how they run their business for years.
Yeah.
it's pretty much. They just do other kind of gaming companies run it different than Nintendo? Like, how much different? I mean,
Well,
you have FIFA, which is like you can copy paste like every year, and you make $60 off that. EA makes a monstrous amount of money from that.
yeah. That's like no like that's a game developer, but not like a brand company because like Nintendo's like it's different. It's like it's a similar like analogy, but like all those like sports games, you are kind of releasing the same game every year. Like there are different stats for players, but and like different like some even have like different cutscenes and story modes and stuff. But yeah, I guess in that aspect it's a fair comparison. But like
Hmm.
PlayStation and Xbox, they have their own like services to get games. So like for instance, Xbox has like Game Pass and stuff, and so that's a subscription model where they have access to like games, like a multitude of games, even like current modern gen games. But Switch only allows you with subscription to get like retro games that can easily be emulated or found online. They're like maybe not the most like legal ways, but like much cheaper ways. Like for instance, like this classic Super Mario game, you have to pay if you want to play that on the Switch. You have to pay $20 a year, just and which is like not awful, but it's still people don't want to have to pay the subscription just so that they can get like certain games. They just want these games to just be available like they were on the Wii or the Wii U through the Virtual Console, which is a more better and easier system to use.
Something similar to that, which I know they will never bring back. Do you remember the DS feature where if you had a game on your DS and you had a friend with another DS, you could share the game with them and play it together?
Yeah,
Really?
that existed, but you never like you never kept the game. Um,
No, you never kept it, but like they will never do that again. No company will. And I feel so bad because that was so fun. I remember I would go to this like little learner after school place and I would pull out my DS with our friends whenever they gave us time to, and I would just play like Mario Kart or Call of Duty Black Ops on the DS. And it was just so fun playing it with other kids there.
That's true.
yeah, it's a thing.
I remember.
Sorry, you go.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember like I go to my friend's house and he had like two DSs and 3DSs. Like and he had like a DS XL. What was that one with like you had the DS, right? And then you had like the bigger one. What was that called?
3DS,
3DS
maybe?
XL.
Yeah, that one. I never knew any of the names, bro. It was just
There's like 4 generations of the 3DS.
that's
Because
true.
the 3DS was not a successful console. It's one of Nintendo's like not worst selling consoles, but it was not a commercial like
Success.
it was a commercial. It was a success. It wasn't their best. You have to the DS is one of the highest selling consoles of all time. The Nintendo like the PlayStation 2 is number one, right? But Nintendo had like one beat the market when they like introduced the Game Boy and then the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Light, and then eventually the Game Boy Advance and the DS, right? So where they had the largest share of like they basically ruled the handheld market. And then Sony introduced the PlayStation Portable, and that kind of curbed the 3DS. And also, but the 3DS had a horrible launch because they didn't really find it appealing. Or there's a lot of factors like went into why the 3DS did bad at launch. It was like it did have a good game selection at first. Um, it had like the submarine game, and overall, it's like it. Yeah, the 3DS was just not a. It made money. It just was not as much. It was like a not as much as Nintendo would have hoped. But it wasn't. It was definitely
Alright.
not their worst selling console because that would be like the Wii U, which only sold like 14 million units, which is a far cry
Wait, how much
from
did the Wii sell? How
the
much did
Wii
the Wii
sold
sell?
at least 100 million units. More than that, the Wii's probably probably the most was what probably one of the most like popular video game systems of all time. It's definitely the Nintendo's and like Sony are like rule the video game market and the video game console market. So like the Nintendo Switch just recently passed the PS4 in terms of like overall console sold. So it's like the fourth highest selling
That's
video
true.
game console of all time. I don't know if that includes handheld, but because Switch is both handheld and like home system. But like the PlayStation 2 is just like blew everything out of the water. It's like it's out of every single video game console ever sold, including handheld. It's number one. But
Yeah. Wait, Amir, didn't you have like a PS2 at like your Airbnb?
Yeah, I had a PS2 both in my childhood and at the Airbnb that I went to, and it brought like a lot of childhood memories back. It was pretty nice.
Wait, what did you play in your PS2 when you were little?
When I was little,
Mm-hmm.
um, I played a lot, mostly God of War 1 and 2, and uh, what did I play? I don't know. I just played like a lot of. Oh, I played Need for Speed.
Oh,
Also
all right, all right.
Need for
Yo, same.
Speed, both of the God of Wars, and
Still have it on my
I don't really,
PS3.
that's kind of like all I remember, but it was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's true. Back when I wasn't in IB.
Yeah. Well, Um, I don't know if you guys have anything to talk about, but I'm done.
sorry, I was muted on the
No.
stream. So like the
Okay.
3DS, it never like it didn't it wasn't a failure. It sold like 76 million units, which is like nothing to scoff about. It just it it sold worse than the rest of Nintendo's like previous handhelds. So the DS sold 154 million. The Game Boy and Game Boy Color sold 19 million. The Game Boy Advance sold 82 million. So like well, it, they expected it to be like the next big thing, like the next DS. So this like selling like less than half like of what the DS sold at the end of its lifetime. It just like it put Nintendo in a weird spot in like the early 2010s, and that basically did not get fixed until 2017 with the Switch came out.
Oh yeah.
But
Well,
okay, is there anything else?
not
Oh,
Mm,
that I could think of.
DC they just revealed all their like recent movies for their plans for like the next 10 years for their movies.
oh, really?
Yeah, it should be interesting. They're making a new Superman movie without Henry Cavill. That's called
Uh,
Superman Legacy. They're making a Batman movie without Ben Affleck called The Brave and the Bold, and that's gonna have Damian Wayne as Robin. So the whole point of the movie is like it's a father and son connection with Batman. They're making a Supergirl movie they're making a Swamp Thing movie, I think, or it might be a TV show. And then they're also making a Wonder Woman or Amazonian TV show, a Green Lantern TV show, Booster Gold, and all of that. Overall, there doesn't really be like I trust that James Gunn like has a plan, but it's kind of concerning considering like it seems all over the place because I don't know. So that franchise is just something to be careful and cautious about.
Yeah, that's true. This doesn't even half bad though.
Yeah, I mean like there's
Maybe
that
we without Henry Cavill, definitely.
Henry Cavill is like the best Superman. I don't know why they like didn't hire him back. And so many things just went incorrect or went wrong in that entire franchise and just ruined it forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 11:22.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about time.
Yeah, we have okay. Well, hopefully this all works out. I'll end the recording now. The code word of this episode is octagon. It's octagon.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
How was it billion or trillion that they lost?
Wait, what?
You know.
Hmm. What do you mean?
Never
Oh,
mind. Code word octagon.
Okay.
okay. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching.
Yeah. Episode 2.
Yeah.
More episodes on the way.
Alright.
If we ever have the time.
Woo!
I be
Guys.
programmed.
Hopefully we'll have a consistent upload. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But it probably will not happen because I'd be programmed.
Yeah. Oh no, not
True.
you. I don't know. We'll live and learn. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay, well, time to go study for AP Lit. Okay, bye.